Hey and welcome to a video that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different than usual because this is my woo. This is like a real life video. Because I kind of thought, wouldn't it be a nice idea to kind of show like my physical video game collection, which isn't that much, but it is something. And I just thought, hey, why not make a video like this? So you can see my hand. I'm not gonna go into the thing. Into the screen. Hopefully I don't leak myself, even though I posted a picture of myself on Twitter, so but anyways, that's not important. There's also my Switch here with like Chainsaw Man stickers, because for one day I ordered like a Makima plushie from eBay from like China, and it's really cute. Wait, I can show you that. And they send stickers too. Look how cute this is. And it was only like 20 bucks. And I also have a Weeaboo one. Shit, also I have like my window open because, oh no, wait, it was my microphone with this weird sound. I thought it was a car outside. Jesus Christ, what the fuck. Because I have my window open because it's fucking warm, and normally I don't have it open when I stream because it would be kind of annoying. But sorry, maybe I will edit it out. Maybe I need to oil my microphone. I mean, actually, you can probably hear it when I talk, this is my fucking neighbor's doorbell ring. It's fucking Jim Knopf in German, and it's so fucking loud. Why does his doorbell ring sound is so fucking stupid? But anyways, there's also Weeaboo. This is an official one, though. Like, this was like 80 bucks from like eBay on fucking Japan. Also, biggest friend that I have, it's not the biggest friend. Wait, let me show you the essential thing that all the cool kids have nowadays. The essential plushie of all the cool kids. Blaya, a cool shark. But that's it. We wanted to talk about video games, not plushies. But I can show you another. Wait. Look at this fucking big. Wait, you can't see anything. This big bunny with a little thing here. I mean, he doesn't really fit because he's like big and fluffy and round, and back to video games. The first console or PC I wanted to show was my PC games, because that's not that many. Because I was not ever a big PC player, and most of these games I don't even know where they come from. Like, it's like some of these are from my sister still, from my sister's boyfriend from like 10 years ago. But let's start with that. It is a game I bought myself, Dark Souls 3. In the Apocalypse version, which I don't even know. I bought this. I don't even know if there's CDs inside. Wait, it has a cool steel. Look at this. This is a cool steel case. It has DVDs. 4. No, wait, 3. Only 3 DVDs. No, 4, because it's behind the manual. The Steam Redemption Code. Obviously, you can't. Oh no, it's soundtrack. And there's like, stuff inside. And it's basically the game Steam code. I played on Steam, obviously. I don't know why. I mean, the thing is, I don't have a next gen console. Like, I didn't have a PlayStation 4 or a 360, Xbox One, and I still wanted to have it physically. You will still see another game that you will think, why would you fucking buy this physically on PC? And it's right here. Why would anyone buy this on PC physically? The Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't know. It doesn't even have a CD. It has a CD, but I think it only has the Steam installer in it. So, alles aus Rache on the back side. Next, we have one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite racing games of all time. Trackmania, the original one. I bought this. And there's a video I made, like 5 games I would take to a deserted island, and this was one of them. Because I picked the Wii version, but this is basically the classic Trackmania. How everyone loves it. Nowadays it's a little bit different, but this was like the first Trackmania, and it is one of my favorite racing games of all time. I even have still the map. Like, there was like a map inside of it. Yeah, this thing. Oh, it's a poster. You can make it open, and it's like kind of like a map. But I'm not gonna put it on my wall. And still one of my favorite. If you ever want to play real race, I mean, nowadays it's like really hard to make it run. I don't know. You should check it out. Then we have another racing game. DTM Race Rover 2. I have nothing to say about this because I don't know where this comes from. I don't know why I have that. Then we have Need for Speed Underground 1 on the PC, which I never played. probably one of my sister's boyfriend's games back in the day. I don't know where it comes from. This is a game I bought for some fucking reason. This was the first game on Steam I bought myself, kinda. I have no idea why. And the thing is, I have like 2 minutes in this game. Because on my old PC, when I bought it, it didn't run. Look at this, fucking games for Windows, even though it's a Steam code inside or something. Like, I had to activate it on Steam, but it's games on Windows. I don't know. This one is a classic. Counter-Strike Source. This is the first game I ever bought when I turned 16. This is the first game I bought when I was legally allowed to buy it. I already played 1.6 for many years before that, because I had my sister's friend, not boyfriend this time, had like, he was a fishing account dude. He had like 20 Steam accounts. He gave me like 10 of them to give to my friends and everything. But I also wanted to have it, so I copped it. It was the first game I got in a normal store when I turned 16. Then another game that I don't know where it comes from. I have this for the PlayStation 2. I loved it on the PlayStation 2. I have it on PC now too. I don't know where it comes from. Never used this one. Okay. A German classic coming up. Gothic 2 in the Gold Edition on like 4 discs. And that's it. I think it also normally has a map. I don't know where that went. Maybe it was a different version. But yeah, Gothic 2, probably one of my favorite games of all time, and it's probably, I mean, before Crosscode came, this was my favorite German-made game of all time. No, that would be Crosscode, but Gothic 2, every German who loved it and every German who played it loved it. Maybe not everyone, but basically it's German culture in its best form. This is the best game made. It's not just the best German game, Western RPG, it's the best Western RPG ever. And yeah, I hacking love Gothic 2, and you should check it out, even though nowadays on Steam it's like, it is prone to crashes and you have to patch it, but then afterwards it should run fine, I think. Check it out. Another game that I wasn't really allowed to play, Unreal Tournament 2004. I watched Giga Games back in the day. Giga Games was a TV show on NBC where German people or German video gamer journalists played video games, and they showed Unreal Tournament 4 a lot, like esports, but also like mods. And it mostly appealed to me because of the mods. There was like Rocket League before Rocket League. There was like so many different mods. You could become like a pirate in some of these mods. It was kind of crazy. And you know, one day I think my sister also wanted to have it, and my sister is 2 years older than me, and at that time, you know, my sister was like, oh, can we have this game, can we have this game? And you know, my mom said, yeah, okay, why not, you know, you're like 13 or whatever, it's not that bad. And then, you know, we got this. I didn't play it too much. Normally I only pretty much played mods, and then even then it was kind of dead online, but it was still fun. Okay, now one of my favorite games of all time, Pro Evolution Soccer 4. I think 5 is better, but 4 was the one I had first. You know, we have Totti, what's his name again, the world referee that became like world referee like 5 times in a row with the bald head, and Thierry Henry, you know, Arsenal legend. You know, what is there to say? Football, you know, but one of the best football games ever created. I'm still sad that Pro Evolution Soccer became total shit, and you know, maybe if they had the licenses back in the day, FIFA would have lost. Okay, one of my favorite multiplayer online shooters of all time, Operation Flashpoint. I think this is a game I got from my friend. I rented it from him, and you know, I haven't talked to that person since like 2008. So because I moved cities and everything, it has like all the add-ons inside. And online it felt like real war, you know, it's like tactical, it's not just boom boom boom, it's like, you know, it had like 64 people online, and that was like crazy, and it was almost always failed too, so it wasn't like, you know, there's only 5 people in one server. You could create your own maps, your own scenario, even offline. I loved it because it wasn't like really, I didn't really play the single player is not really like single player, it's not like you do like story stuff. You basically create your own map, and then you just try to save the hostages, kill everyone. You know, it was fun and realistic. Then we have Fallout, the very first Fallout game for PC. I don't know where that comes. I think it was like one day my stepdad bought something on eBay, and for some reason they sent the first Fallout with it too, and he gave it to me because he doesn't game. And yeah, the very first Fallout game, which I've never fucking played so far. Then we have Guild Wars, the complete collection with all the add-ons. I think afterwards maybe there were a few more, but there weren't any new ones after that. And you know, you see, no abo needed, no subscription needed. I didn't got that far in it. It was still really fun though. Look at this, wowie. Yeah, you know, I played this because, you know, because of friends. They were like, hey, you know, let's play an MMO. And they were like, wow, the best MMO not called World of Warcraft would be this. And it was okay. Okay, another game for my wife's not my wife's boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend, Call of Duty in the big box. You know, I like, there's so many more PC games in the basement, but I kind of thought, you know, I looked for stuff I could sell that I don't really want or need, because I don't have any recollections of, I mean, I played it a little bit, but it's not like a game that I have inside of my heart. And that's the thing, you know, I was like, oh, you know, look at this condition, like, obviously here's a little thing, the condition is still pretty fine, you know, like, it's not like it's a game not worthy of like at least $10, but it's like only 15, and you know, it's like for people who are above the age of 18, and then you have to do like all this eBay stuff, and it's not worth it. I'm too lazy to sell it. Now, one of the best video game case cover things of all time, the Lego games. Lego Alpha Team. Look at this. This is like multiple games. You can stack them. Look at this. You can stack them because they have like Lego at the end. And there's 4 Lego games. I have still more. These are not all of them. There's probably some in the basement. This is 4. Lego Potter Create Harry Potter. I haven't really played this. This didn't really run well on the PC that I had back in the day. Legoland, which is basically Theme Coaster Tycoon, which is you can't create your own courses though. Like, you can create your own park, but your own park is like basically you have to pick presets. Like, I don't think you can build your own roller coasters, which kind of makes it lamer. Then we have Lego Alpha Team, which is like it's like one of those games where you make the characters, you have like special actions, you press like forward, then he presses forward, and you have, it's like turn-based in a way, and then you put all these commands together to solve the puzzle in the level, kind of. It's kind of lame. And then we also have Lego Island 2 or Lego Insel 2. We also have Lego Insel 1, but that's probably or 1 in the basement somewhere, and one of my favorite games of all time. The PC version rules. The PlayStation 1 version is like a less good version of it, but you know, it's playable. If you don't want to go through all the trouble of making it work on your modern PC, play the PlayStation 1 version. Okay, wait, we have still some other PC games. These are basically all my sister's games. We have fucking Super Meat Boy Ultra Edition on the PC with like 5 stickers on top. You can open it like this. You know, my sister's game, I don't know, probably had like special €2.50. That's pretty cheap. Another one of my sister's games, the physical version of League of Legends. I think it came with the Annie skin. I don't know what special skin it had, but fucking League of Legends. Then another one, World of Goo. I had this on my Wii. My sister, I guess, wanted to buy it on a PC, and I guess, you know, not my. World of Goo is a game you should really check out for yourself. I kind of have to drink some of my Pepsi real quick. It's a nice puzzle gamer game, and you should check it out if you like puzzle games with like physics. I only Wii version, you know, it's like more fun to like pick up things, but that's like kind of like a mouse, and you know. You should maybe then use a mouse, because, well, only Wii would probably have to get a Wii then, and blah blah blah. Now you can see like my Wii sensor bar. I mean, it's not in the picture, but here's 2 things I got for myself again. Terra Online to play with friends. This was like a month before it turned free to play, because me and my friends were like, hey, let's start it now so we get like the perks from like the founder things, because it looks like we were already playing it. Oh wait, this is just the game card, this is the real game. Any Apera Online, I miss aliens. I think, you know, oh wait, there's like some of these games I just picked out of the shelf, and you know, that's the reason why I kind of did it, because I wanted to like clean my shelves a little bit. And I was like, hey, why not show off the games, you know, while I pick them out of the shelf, and then, you know, afterwards I can dust them off. Like, obviously it would be smarter to dust them before the video, so you can see and think, wow, this guy is like really clean. But you know. And then we have 2 World of Warcraft things, like a normal version of the game, and then we have like a big box version of it. Both, again, not mine, my sister's, but she doesn't really game with these anymore or whatever. And that's all the PC stuff I have in my room. Like, I have way more in the basement, but it's like really old games and everything. So I can start with the next console, and it's going to be a really short one. Wait. Okay. Yes, exactly 2 games I have for my DS. Like my sister has a few more at her place and everything. I have a Pokemon Platinum Edition, only the cartridge. It's the original cartridge actually, you know, like on eBay many people sell like fake ones, but this one is an original one. And it came like with a, it came free with, it came like kind of free with a normal DS. And Zelda Spirit Tracks. And the thing is, I bought this for like 15 bucks on eBay, because there's like a sticker on top that you can't really remove, because it's like from a video store, you know, where you rent games out. But, you know, except that it's a totally normal version of Spirit Tracks, except that it says Eigentum der Videothek. Like, it belongs to the video store, which probably got closed down, and, you know, and it's DS. But obviously, since we were so quick with the DS games, what about some fun 3DS games? Pokemon X. This was my first Pokemon again since Pokemon Generation 2. Since Gold and Silver, this was the first Pokemon game I ever played again, and I enjoyed it. You know, it felt still very generic in a way. It still felt nothing new really, you know. It was just, you know, maybe it's because I haven't played them since, like, this came out in 2013-14, and this was like my first real Pokemon game in 10 years. So I think maybe that's why I didn't mind it too much, because, you know, it still has like gym leaders and everything, instead of like, you know, new things like Sun and Moon. That those games were like putting me to sleep. Sorry to say it like that, but those games weren't that great. My thing is getting killed. Wait, I have to put the PC games away so I have more place. Okay, next. Oh wait, I should take from here. The Asorism Final Fantasy, one of the most fun games you can have or play. Now there's also the new Switch version. Even though with the Switch version, it's like, you know, I would miss the touchscreen like on the Switch. I can't really imagine it to be that much more fun. But on the 3DS touchscreen with the status and everything, really fun game. And I think there was also a Dragon Quest one, but only in Japan, or I don't know. But, you know, really fun, especially if you like Final Fantasy music. Then we have my favorite Fire Emblem's Fate, Herrschaft, like Conquest, I think. No wait, Conquest was the third one. Birthright, I think Herrschaft, does it translate to birth? I mean, it's the one with Camilla. My favorite Fire Emblem game of all time. And, you know, it's freaking great. Like, you can say story sucks, I don't care. You can say characters suck, I will care, because the characters do not suck. They are funny and quirky and everything's cute, and who cares about story in a Fire Emblem game? The story is maybe shit, but it's shit in an entertaining way. Like, other Fire Emblem stories are kind of like, war bad, ooh, war. this one is like, wow, bad, but it's so stupid, it's just fun. Then Metroid Samus Returns on die 3DS. Auch kompatibel mit Nintendo 2DS. Wow. Fun game, you know. Well, what else is there to say? Fun game. Fun game. I enjoyed it. I haven't played the other fan remake, but you know, people say that one is better, but you know, I still have to play that one. Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia Echoes. Also a fun game. You know, I love the art style of it. You know, the characters look really nice in this art style and everything. Weaker than Conquest, but it still was fun. You know, yeah, I didn't like the main character, like Alm and Celica. You know, like it was more generic in a way. You know, it didn't feel like, wow, anime over top kind of anime. It was like, you know, classical Fire Emblem. Still enjoyed it though. Okay, time for the best Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Leaf, obviously. Best Animal Crossing. New Horizons couldn't sadly, you know, hit the same heights. Animal Crossing New Leaf would be perfect with some added features like being able to tell the villagers to not move out. If it had like those features, it would be amazingly, it would be like Animal Crossing at its peak. It can't get better than that. Because it still retained like all the quirkiness. Obviously the characters were already a little bit less rude and everything, but it still had like funny dialogue. So many cute items. Like if you look at New Horizons, the items feel more like a real life item store kinda. Like everything looks like as if it would be in the real world. But Animal Crossing New Leaf still had like the old styled quirky furniture that I kinda miss from New Horizons. It still has that too, but it doesn't really have as much quirky furniture as New Leaf. Best Animal Crossing game, and maybe that will forever be. Then we have A Link Between Worlds. A very, I mean, is it really underrated? Also, I have like a cover so you don't see, like it's, it came with like a reverse color. Like the normal one is like this golden European look, but I changed it because of the USK logo like that we have in Germany, because, you know, and on the back it also doesn't have like all the stupid annoying info text and everything. You know, one of my favorite Zelda games, but I can say this about any Zelda game. Like, all Zelda games are like my favorites, basically. And then, my absolutely secret tip for the 3DS, Ever Oasis. Really cute little Zelda-like game where you recruit like villagers, and with the villagers you go into like dungeons, and every villager has like its own skill set that you need for some dungeons, and you build your village, you know, you have shops, inns and everything, you know, the goddess, really cute one. It kind of came out at release of the Switch, so people were like, oh, let's play on the Switch, and nobody gave this game the chance it deserved, kind of. I would recommend it. You know, you like don't expect the best game ever, but it's cute and fun. I love cute and fun games. And then a game I haven't played yet. I, for some reason, bought this on eBay because I found it for like 45 bucks, and this is like an investment. You know, I think this game is going to explode in its price. Like, it's already like 70 bucks. Stellar Glow. It's like a Fire Emblem turn-based strategy RPG where you have like witches or something, and you kind of train them to become the best witch in a way, or something like that. Like, I don't know much about it, but I thought it looked. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Man, I don't know how autofocus and stuff works. Like, oh, there we go. This is the first time I actually use a camera in like 20 years or whatever, because normally I don't use my webcam except for VTuber stuff. You know, that's maybe also why the quality can be kind of bad. Look at that ass. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play that one day. And that's all my DS and 3DS stuff. So next we should maybe start with some cool PlayStation 2 games. And because they're right next to me, kinda. Wait, let me get my dust thing. Where did I put it? Oh, yeah. Like, my PlayStation 2 games, you know, there's a lot of history there. Because my PlayStation 2, not for the longest time, but I also killed my PlayStation 2, sadly. But that's another story. I already told that story once, I think. Let me put them right here. And go. I mean, Audi Platinum games first, I think. Oh, I stepped on a peanut. Whoopsies. Um, it's gonna be annoying to clean up. Jesus Christ. Oh no. Like I put all of the games onto my bed, and it's gonna be like so annoying. Oh Jesus, why am I doing this even? First Platinum games. Final Fantasy X. That's my sister's game. I never played Final Fantasy X. I'm not the biggest fan of turn-based JRPGs. I can enjoy them every once in a while. I still have to give it a shot. I love Final Fantasy 6 and 9 and 5. Still have to play this. One of my favorite games of all time, Tony Hawk's Underground 1 in the Platinum Edition. Sadly, Platinum Editions are so fucking ugly. But as a kid, you didn't care. You were like, wow, cheaper game. I can get this game because my parents wouldn't want me to get a $60 game all the time, right? So, Tony Hawk's Underground. I even played this online. My PlayStation 2. I had a fat one. I bought the online adapter, and it was freaking fun. Probably my favorite Tony Hawk's game. Like, I love Underground 2 too, but that one was like a little bit over the top. This had like the perfect mix between realism, arcade, and not too over the top. Like the tricks were over the top, but it wasn't like Jackass, Bam Margera show. Margera. I did sometimes watch, Trailer Park Boys and Jackass on MTV. One of the things that influenced me to buy this. I also skated in real life a little bit, not too much, with modest success. Okay, next game, one of my favorites of all time, Pro Evolution Soccer 5. Platinum Edition, played this tons of times online on an internet forum too for Pro Evolution Soccer, not slash, what's this thing in the middle when you do like a, it's not a dot, it's like a line. I forgot the English word for that. I played this online. I was up 3-0 in an online match. Still lost 4-3, and then I gave my PlayStation 2 a little kick. I pushed it with my feet, and then it fell over because I had it standing upright, and then it never read discs again. So this game killed my PlayStation 2. My own fault. I learned my lesson from it. Sometimes a kid needs to learn its lesson in a hard way, and since then I never broke anything out of pure anger again. Okay, favorite game of all time, not favorite game of all time, but one of my favorites of all time, better than 4, 6 and 5, basically same game. Best football game ever made, if we don't count Mario Strikers. Then, another great game, Ratchet & Clank 3. Ratchet & Clank, I love Ratchet & Clank. I don't have the first game, I only have the second and third one, and I never played the first one. But I have them all downloaded for the PlayStation 2 emulator, and I wanted to make like a marathon. That's gonna come soon, and maybe I will review all of those games, like the PlayStation 2 ones. Like the PlayStation 3 ones, I don't own them. I would have to buy them also. Wow, look at that. That's disgusting, kinda. I also played this online a little bit. It had like the same 5 people online all the time. It was kind of creepy in a way. Then we have FIFA 09. This, I didn't buy this. This was like my sister's boyfriend's FIFA. A game that came with my PlayStation 2 that I got for my birthday, Gran Turismo 3. Otherwise, I would have never bought Gran Turismo. Because, well, I'm not a big racing fan, if they're realistic. I played it because I didn't have much else to play, but, Gran Turismo 3, a fine racing game, I guess. Wow, my arm stands in my eyes. Okay, then, just like Ratchet & Clank 3, we have Ratchet & Clank 2. The thing is, the German versions don't have the subtitles, right? Or did the German Ratchet & Clank games not have subtitles at all? That's kind of weird. Like the English ones have like these sexual innuendos. Yeah, look at how pissed Clank looks, and Ratchet 2 a little bit, but Clank especially. Like he's like, look at me, I'm Kirby on the American covers. Then this is a FIFA game I actually bought for myself, FIFA 3 2. Arcade FIFA, really fun. Kind of wish that series would still exist. Like FIFA 3 was like a big flop, I think, for EA. And they stopped afterwards. Is this Cristiano Ronaldo? Yes, it is. Yeah, fun game. If you like trick shots and everything, yeah, I loved doing like those trick shots and cool sick shots with Podolski, I'm not gonna try to sing it. Then a FIFA game I bought myself again. FIFA Weltmeisterschaft in Deutschland 2006, Lukas Podolski, back in the day for erste FC Köln, dann zu Bayern, dann wieder Arsenal, glaube ich, und dann and then he went back to Köln and then to Japan, and now he still plays in the Polish Liga, I think. A fun game, even though I love Pro Evolution Soccer more, I was like, this World Cup is in our country, in my country, why not buy it? I played this online a lot. I even got like world rank list top 10. Obviously this looks kind of disgusting. Like there's like what happened here? Can you see that here? You can see that kind of here. Fun game if you sometimes wanted to have a FIFA game. A game, I don't know why I bought it. I think I bought it from the video store for like $5 or whatever. NHL 2003 ice hockey. Yeah, doesn't even close. What the heck? Oh, it does close. Played it with friends sometimes, but it's ice hockey basically. Another game, I don't know where I have this from. Maybe also video store. Rally Championship. I did kind of enjoy rally games, even if they were realistic, because they don't feel realistic in a way. I don't know. Then we have iToy Play. The very first iToy for the PlayStation 2, and now I realize this guy looks like the one guy from Gorillaz. Like the whole art style looks Gorilla, like the band. The thing is, iToy wasn't great. As a kid, you didn't. I mean, even as a kid, I was really fastly bored of it. I was like fun and entertained for 30 minutes, and then I was like, is that it? I never bought another one after these. iToy 1 is the only iToy game I have. I think I had iToy Chat, but it came with like the PlayStation 2 online disc thing. So because it has like a chat thing then online. Another FIFA game, FIFA 2005. That was the first. That was the last FIFA I really bought, if you don't count the World Cup one. Shevchenko. I forgot his name. I hated Spain back in the day because Spain was like dominating since 2007. They won the Europa Cup, World Cup, Europa Cup. That's not Thierry, right? Like he looked different. But fuck Arsenal. They botched it against Manchester City this season. Yeah, that was my last FIFA till I bought FIFA 2022. And let's not talk about online gambling. Audience Spear, one of my favorite games of all time. One of the rare games, you will see it when I get the PlayStation 3 games out, that I own it on the PlayStation 3 2, like in the Live Sapphire version. One of those games I have twice. Normally I don't buy games twice, even remaster stuff, but really cute game. I really wished Atlas or Dragons. Oh wait, what's the name? Vanillaware. Dragon's Crown was the like different game from them. I wish they would port it to PC, Switch, whatever, so it can get seen by more people. Even though it's probably like the most not most well known. I mean, Dragon's Crown would be the most well known one. Why is there a GameCube game here? Then we have Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Just like Tony Hawk's Underground 1, whatever happened to this guy? I kind of feel bad about his life story. Yeah, a little bit over the top, a little bit over the top, but I loved it. It's fun, I think that's Steve O with the, no wait, that was a totally different one. It was like an unlockable character, where you have like these trick characters in wheelchairs and this thing, and it went really over the top, and the wheel skating sometimes took like a backseat, but it was still fun. It kind of went like uncrazy with American Wasteland. Like this one is the craziest one, I think. American Wasteland was like crazy with the story, like stealing shit away, but this one was like the craziest gimmicky one. But great game, great game. I miss old Tony Hawk games. Then we have, like I said, iToy Chat for that you can call people with your iToy camera. This was, I had to guide this. Like this came with the This came with the thing. Like I wouldn't buy a fucking video chat thing. Then we have UEFA Champions League, really bad football game. I think that also came with the PlayStation 2 that I got because it was a used one. Yeah, is it Take-Two? I think it's most made by Take-Two. Yeah. What do you expect from the people who made GTA? Back in the day, GTA was still good. Like GTA 4 and 5 became bad. Right? How do you make something focus again or like that? I feel like a real YouTuber now. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven, belongs to my old sister's boyfriend. Never played this one. It's even the uncut version. Yeah, I played the first Tenchu on PlayStation 2 a couple of months ago. It takes a little while to get used to. Maybe this one would be better. I should play this one day. Be probably on an emulator then. Okay, here's one. Bomberman Hardball. It's like a Bomberman minigame collection. Like it has tennis, baseball, golf. But it also had like the classical Bomberman. It has like a kart racing minigame. It's basically, you know, like... Did it not have also a little card game? Like it says... It has normal battle mode, golf. Did it only have these 4 things? Maybe that's why I got bored of it so quickly. Yeah. I think this was one of the only ways to actually get classical Bomberman on your PlayStation 2 though. Like I have also Bomberman Generations for the Gamecube. I'm not quite sure if other PlayStation 2 Bombermans released it. Like there's like Bomberman Land, which is like a Bomberman in a theme park, but I don't know if that released out of Japan. I think it has a fans translation, and one of them came over, but not the other one. So, also published by Ubisoft. Now, the old classic times where Hudson wasn't merged into Konami yet. And, you know, I had to take a little drink break. Then we have Need for Speed Underground 2. Like I said, you know, one of my favorite racing games back in the day. I love tuning cars. The open world was fine because you weren't used to open worlds yet. It was like one of the first ones with an open world, right? Nowadays, like every racing game has an open world where you drive around to get where you need to be, and then you drive back through it. It's annoying. Like, you know, I think not every racing game needs to have an open world nowadays. But, you know, enjoyed it. Really fun game to tune and everything. You know, had sexy ladies too. Kinda. Then we have the 2 last ones. MX World Tour. I don't know where this comes from. If I don't know where it comes from, maybe my sister's boyfriend. Yeah, I don't know where it comes from. But I love motocross games. Then we have obviously the classic GTA San Andreas. I also have the map, you know, look at this. Obviously not the best conditions anymore. Like if you clap this open, it's the map and it shows like things on it, and the other side is a poster, you know, the cover, I think. The menu and everything. You know, what can I say? Best GTA game probably will forever be the best one. The one I will have played the most. I also love the multiplayer of this. You know, like it actually had multiplayer. You know, really small little player stuff. You know, where you basically couldn't do anything when you're in multiplayer mode. But for some reason, it was just really fun to just drive around on like a split screen, and then I think it was a split screen when you were really close to each other, but then when you came away from each other, it turned split screen. Best GTA game of all time, and I miss those times, you know, when you had like games where you had mysteries, because you had mysteries like, oh, look at that, you know, I how do I explain, like Bigfoot and Pixie from Manhunt was supposed to be in there. All of those little mysteries. And, you know, after PlayStation 2, what comes next? PlayStation 3? Or should I do PlayStation 1? I'm gonna do PlayStation 3. Oh Jesus! I'm running out of space for my things to be put on. Okay, let me put that here. Oh, I don't want to drop my stuff because that would be kind of bad. Whew. There we go. One staple of games, and then the second staple right over here. Okay, let's start with an actual banger game. Demon's Souls for the PlayStation 3, better than the original, better than the remake, I mean. The remake sucks out the soul of it. I was still playing this online, luckily, because I got the platinum. This was the first platinum I've ever got trophy. Because when you have to go through the game, you have to do like multiple playthroughs on like New Game Plus, and the world tendency to change and everything. And I was like missing one ring that I had to go through the game again and blah blah blah. But basically I went on a forum and asked someone, can you give me the ring? I will give it back to you. And he came online, he gave me the ring, I gave the ring back, I got the trophy. Bam. Platinum trophy. Bam. The thing is, there's like a stone you have to find to upgrade a weapon with. And that took the longest time. Like, do you need to grind the same enemy like 10 hours, 15 hours? And then he drops it finally and bam, finally. With Dark Souls 2, my favorite Souls game, you know? Yeah. Demon's Souls. If you can only play it on the PlayStation 5, buy it, please. Blueprint, sadly, kinda botched the atmosphere, in my opinion. The enemy design sometimes, you know, it makes me a little bit sad, you know, like remakes that don't really listen to the game itself, what it was once before. That's a totally, completely different topic for a video, I think. But now, let me put it down on my floor because I have a clean floor, whole floor. Never beaten it, but it's considered like a cult classic. It's also getting pretty pricey. It even has like the old PlayStation 3 logo there, like the red one. I got like 5-6 hours into it. I need to give it another try. You summon like yokais or demons, whatever you want to call them. I think it's more like Western designed monsters, so it's not really yokais. And they fight for you, and you know, it's pretty charming. I really need to get back to it one day. Or maybe I should sell it when it becomes really pricey. Hehe. Then we have this Gaia 4, A Promise Unforgotten. Again, I got like halfway through it, you know, and when you drop a game like this with like 5 million fucking subsystems, it sometimes gets really hard to get back into it. So I kind of stopped playing it and I wanted to go back to it, and I was like, oh wow, how do I do this again? And you know, like the main character, you know, he really loves sardine, like those fish things. What's the English word for them? I don't know. But also she has a baseball bat, and I really wish she would slash. Well, a baseball bat doesn't slash, it would, you know, hit you in the face. There's also Axel on the background, and he plays the guitar, you know, maybe an Axl Rose reference, you know. Axl Rose didn't play the guitar. He was the singer of Guns N' Roses. It was Slash. Then, you know, next Vanillaware game, Dragon's Come. I have to say, never beat it either. I played it a little bit, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it, but didn't feel it too much. Yeah, I really want to have sex with the sorceress, and the elf, and the Amazonas. Yeah, next game. Okay, this one is one that I bought because I wanted to see how bad can it really be. Time and Eternity. It's like a hand-drawn JRPG with a fairly fun combat system, because you can block and shoot. It's like really hard to describe. You should look up a little bit of the gameplay, but it's like hand drawn in fights and everything. Like it is, you can't really see it on the back really good. Even if it would be a sharp image, you wouldn't be able to see it really well how it looks like in the game. It's like hand drawn even in battle and in the overworld. It has a really nice look to it, and I wish more games would try to emulate it, but from the gameplay perspective, it is kind of okay with the combat system. I don't know why it got like super shat on. I didn't beat it, I played like 5 hours. I thought like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's like one of those games that never changes, so I would do the same thing for 50 hours. It's like, then I can get why people peed on it. It wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. Now we have a game that I dropped after the first motorcycle section. PlayStation 3 version, once the worst versions of them all. Like, you should even play the Wii U version. Nowadays it's on Steam, everywhere. I need to give this another shot. I didn't got into it. There are obviously frame rate stuff, and then the motorcycle section made me think, yeah, I need to give Bayonetta another chance. You know, like, I should buy it again, or, you know, on the Switch, and then if I like it, also get the second one and then the third one. Because obviously, even though I don't really care about the story in Bayonetta games, to be honest, it would still be nice to play them in the order they were released in. Yes, yes, yes. Here's a game that's still sealed, which, you know, I'm a fan of Nippon Ichi sometimes, and it's the Guided Fate Paradox, and it's like a dungeon crawler kind of game. And yeah, like I said, I haven't played it, and it has like a really weird combat system, and it looked fun. And, you know, I still haven't played it since I bought it like almost a year ago. But, you know, that day will come where I will play it. Or maybe I will let it stay sealed. Even though the thing is, it was like $5 on eBay. And it was like $10. But maybe since then it raised. But I will play it. Then we have, you know, this basically, like I said, I'm an enjoyer of Nippon Ichi. And Nippon Ichi made maybe a little bit too much trash back in the day. And it still do. Trinity Universe. It's basically a Neptunia game with characters from this Gaia, like, it's mostly just Etna, and it has like this guy is like a dog god. This girl is like a Majo Shoujo who saves the world. Like, the dog god is like evil, and he hangs out with her. She's really cute. And it's like an intervening storyline between, you know, good, evil, and, you know, there's also, what's her name? She's also from this Gaia. You know, she's like the good, while Etna's the bad. And basically, it's a Neptunia game with new characters. Obviously, the character designer of Neptunia, ID Factory, also made by Gust, I guess. You know, they make the Atelier games. To be honest, it's not good, but as a Nippon Ichi fan, or Disgaea fan, kinda, I wanted to see Etna, basically. Then another game that, okay, it's not sealed anymore. I think I bought the seal. I wanted to play it, but I didn't do it yet. Moon Factory Oceans. Moon Factory, only plays on 3. It even has PlayStation Move. I have 2 PlayStation Move controllers because they came with the console, but yeah, I need to play this. Very soon I will. Moon Factory, one of my favorite series. Moon Factory 2 is still my favorite. You know, I have to play this. Then we have a cool classic for many people, which I didn't quite like that much when I played it. The original Nier. And, you know, I don't want to step on anyone's Nier's feet. I didn't like it that much. I only got ending A. You know, maybe one day I will get Replicant and maybe then try it again. The story didn't connect in any kind of way with me. But if I compare to Automata, which I also own and played, I respect Nier more than Automata. Like, in a way. Like, the story of Automata also didn't connect that much either with me. But Automata was, for me, basically, the gameplay was like fight, 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 fight. There was like no puzzles. In Nier, there was the Zen Temple, where you weren't allowed to do this or that to get through. You had the magical forest that turns into like a visual novel, fantasy novel. You had the Resident Evil mansion. Like, every place had its own feeling. In Automata, I was missing that feeling. In Automata, the solution is fight, fight, and fight. Here's like, you know, there were a few puzzles and everything, and that's why I respect the game a little bit more, even if it didn't perfectly connect with me. And I think, in general, the Nier games are, or the first Nier especially, is a game that kind of needs to connect with you in a story way for you to truly enjoy it. If you don't care about the characters, then there's nothing really else that will keep you binded to it, right? But, you know, it's an experience that was worth experiencing. Okay, next we have one of my favorite games of all time again, Skate 2. what else can I say? The series that saved skateboarding games. Or maybe destroyed them, because Tony Hawk's in comparison to this looked like, wow, why did I ever waste my time with those games? Obviously Skate 2 way more realistic with the way the sticks make you move your board. Skate 4 soon coming out. I'm a little bit skeptical, but I really wish it will become good. But Skate 2 or Skate 3, which I played, but for some reason I don't have it at my home. I don't know where it went. Maybe it's in the basement somewhere. Maybe it's like when we moved and everything. Like I had Skate 3. Maybe a friend. Did I lend it to someone? But for some reason Skate 2 is like I like it more than 3. I don't know why. Maybe it's the town and city. It also has Dragon Force. So what else can you say against that? This is a game I didn't really play much. Deception 4, you know, the Deception series where basically you're a girl and there's people trying to get into your mansion or castle, and you can only defeat them by putting traps around, and you know the enemies walk around and you have to see where they walk and then put a trap there and they get killed by the trap and you get points, you get scores. Yeah, like I said, I played 2 hours. I was like, yeah, you know, maybe give it another shot one day. Oh, my steak is falling over. Ah, no. Yeah, I will fix it later. 2 games that came with the PlayStation 3, SingStar, and started this move. I don't know. We have to fix this quick. It looks good. Okay, back to Nippon Ichi. We have the Disgaea D2 A Brighter Darkness. This is not just the Disgaea 2, like it's not a port, this is an actual game. It's like a sequel to the Disgaea 2, right? I think it was a sequel to it, right? Like you would think maybe it's like, you know, it's not a sequel, but you know, look at her ass. I mean, obviously she's flat as fuck, and that's hot. Never mind. Next game. Good game though. Another good game. A Lollipop Chainsaw. You know, I bought this year, and I can tell you, I enjoyed my time with it. And you know, the remake is coming out one day too. But this game has, wait, let me sip. I feel my voice getting a little bit throaty. This version, the old version, has like High School of the Dead crossovers. Is this a zombie Desuka crossovers? You know, and that will be missing from the new game, I think. Those crossover stuff. But obviously it's just 2 costumes, 4 costumes. Really fun hack and slash. I would recommend this. If the remake is good, please buy it. Juliet, really cute girl. I wish I would be her decapitated boyfriend head hanging on her hips. You know, if you're a fan of hack and slash, you should have bought it. You know, really fun game. And it has Dragon Force too. Dragon's Dogma Dark Horizon, there's also like a reverse cover, you know, pretty neat. Another game I had, the Platinum Trophy. This was my second one, and the second last one. Like, this was the last one that... Sorry, the Pepsi is making me kind of burp. What can I say? Nowadays, back in the day, there was no other versions. Like, I only could buy it on the PlayStation 3. Then the PC version is out now with mods and blah blah blah. Nowadays, if you want to play this game, play it on the PC or console version. Really fun game. Dragon's Dogma 2 got announced. That's something people also forget, because, well, they haven't shown anything since then, but... You know, I have high hopes for the second one. I hope it won't disappoint, because this was one of my favorite... is it really... it's not a true JRPG. Like, the way you name genres is kind of stupid anyways. Like, oh, this is made in Japan, so it has to be a JRPG. Even though this feels more like a Western one. Even though, you know, obviously made by Japanese people, so it has to be Japanese. But yeah, you know, the way you can climb on monsters and everything, one of the best things to ever do in a video game. You know, more combat systems need that. Please, like, Souls games, why are you not stealing that? I really wish the Souls games would kind of steal that you can climb on enemies. Maybe one day. Okay, Cross Edge. You can probably see on the cover why I probably bought this game. 3 reasons: Edna, Morrigan, and Lilith. And here is also the other guy from Darkstalkers. Basically, there's also Artuni Liko. No, wait, I think she's from Atelier, and the other characters were from like Artuni Liko. It's like a crossover JRPG turn-based game, not the best. It has so many. Oh, there's Felicia too. There's like so many combat system things that I didn't really see through, that made me think, oh, why make it too complicated? And I kind of dropped it. It wasn't expensive, but I was like, yeah, if I really want to have like all Nippon Ichi games one day on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2 and everything, only PlayStation 2, I didn't have a single one, but PlayStation 3 for me was like the true weep console so far. Now we also have Ninja Gaiden Sigma, because I'm a Sigma male. People tell me this version sucks in comparison to the black version, and obviously this is the only version they port. Like nowadays there's the collection, that's also the Sigma version. And if you really want to play the real Ninja Gaiden, you have to play it on the original Xbox. So get an Xbox One and then backwards compatible it with your version of Ninja Gaiden. I have never beaten it. Well, it was, I need to get back to it. Maybe Xbox emulators are good nowadays, and I should play the black version. Maybe one day. The thing is, it looks like it's starting to rain soon, and I had to close my window then, but then my light would be fucked. And so I hope it won't rain. Look at this. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I didn't pay this. I bought it on eBay for $10. I was surprised that it wasn't that bad, actually. It had a few bugs and everything, but aside from that, it didn't have too many bugs. It wasn't like I wanted to stream it. I streamed it, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a funny stream because it's the worst game ever made. But then it turned out that it wasn't truly super extremely shit. Obviously, it's bad, but it wasn't like extremely broken. Like, it's not like the Wii U game, like Sonic Boom. I was a little bit disappointed that it wasn't totally broken. And you can continue to watch Sonic while... Wait, there was one game missing. No, wait. Oh, wait, I put them here. There's still a few more PlayStation 3 games. And one of my favorite... you will soon see my favorite PlayStation 3 game. And you will probably think, wait, why would that be your favorite one? We have Dark Souls 2. Like I said, this is my favorite Dark Souls game. There's many reasons for it, way too many reasons to put into the video right now. It holds a very special place in my heart, which doesn't have anything to do with the game, but around my personal life and everything, but I don't want to get too sentimental. I loved it. Yeah. Then we have, obviously, like I said, Odin Spear for PlayStation 3, the other version with like extended more characters and other things, and you should get this version. This is also on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation Vita. If you still have a PlayStation 4, please buy it. It's not like you can buy it in stores anymore, so they wouldn't even get money from it, so maybe just buy it used. Because, well, there's no other way, really. Or maybe it's only PlayStation Network store. Then another Nippon Ichi game, The Witch and the 100 Knight. Metallica, or because of license issues, obviously she's called Metalia. One of my favorite Nippon Ichi characters. She's really funny and cute. Witches with big heads, always a top hit. The gameplay itself, yeah, questionable, but look at that smile. Look at those shark teeth. Can't say anything against those, can you? Spannend. Freiheit hat seinen Preis. Farbintensive Fantasy-Welt. Ein düsteres Fantasy-Action-RPG. For some reason, they never ported the first one to PlayStation 4. Or I think they ported the first one to PlayStation 4, but they also made a sequel on the PlayStation 4. Again, both games not on PC, which makes me a little bit sad because I don't have a PlayStation 4. I still need to get one day. Yeah. I wouldn't really, to be honest, I wouldn't really ever recommend Nippon Ichi games to except ultra Kuma weeps like me. But but you know, the characters are funny. Like that's the thing you can say about Nippon Ichi. Games themselves are sometimes maybe a little bit bad, but the characters and story and atmosphere and music, they pull it out of the true chitness factor. And now we have my PlayStation 3 most liked game. Maybe you can guess what it is. You probably can't, because it is a game that gets pooped on a lot. Mostly because of the technical aspect of the game. We have Drakengard 3 sealed. The thing is, I owned this digitally on my PlayStation 3 because this game came never out in Europe. But I found like an eBay offering one day for $45, which kind of comes close to the normal price Americans have to pay, but it was shipped from Germany. So I was like, yeah, this is my chance to get an original copy of the game without having to ship it from America, and I bought it, and it's my favorite PlayStation 3 game, so I own it digitally, I own it physically now. Obviously I never have to unseal it because I own it digitally. Yeah, my favorite PlayStation 3 game. Like I said, you know, I wasn't a big Nier fan, but I have to say, you know, Drakengard 1, also not the biggest fan, but now my biggest contrarian take, Drakengard 2, great game, but Drakengard 3, even better game. Like, Drakengard 3 is peak for me. And there's many reasons. I want to make a video about this one day, but the thing is, you know, it's like, I'm not too deep into the Nier community and everything. Like, people will shred me to pieces when I say the reasons why I love the game so much. It's not just Kuma reasons, you know. There's many reasons why this one is my favorite, but you know, I dread the day I will make a video on it and people go like, wow, Carnage has never looked so beautiful. There's Zero. What does it say? What is the warning? If you have a history of epilepsy or seizures, consult a doctor before use. Well, good thing I don't have those. You know, my favorite PlayStation 3 game. And, you know, Drakengard 1 and 3, or Drakengard 1, 2, and 3, I like them more than Nier. Maybe my hottest take of today. And that's all my PlayStation 3 games. You know, we saw way more weeby stuff. And after PlayStation 3 comes PlayStation 1. Oh, wait. I totally forgot. Oh, wait, oh, yeah, wait, there's another game I forgot. I forgot a few things. Oh, I forgot a few PlayStation 2 games, obviously. Fuck. I forgot Giants, Citizen Kabuto. I bought this for the PlayStation 2. I had... Is it for people? Oh, it's for 16 plus. I played this on a friend's PC, on the PC version. I never played the PlayStation 2 version, for some reason, myself, but I had tons of fun playing this game on a friend's PC. It has like an alien kind of story, and it's really funny with it kind of has the black humor, and it's like a shooter strategy kind of game. It's really hard to describe, especially since I haven't played it since I was like 12. You should look up gameplay of it, but it's funny. Then I bought it on PlayStation 2, never played it, but I don't know the difference between PlayStation 2 version and PC. PC probably plays better, but it's a hard to describe game, but I would recommend it. Then I forgot I have a single PSP game, sealed, Taruman Lives. Found it on eBay for $5 this year, or last year. It's Guitar Man on the PSP. Yeah, well, that's all I can say. I played it on an emulator because the PSP version emulates better on a weaker PC, but now I have a good CPU, so I can also easily emulate the PlayStation 2 version, or I can just buy a PlayStation 2 and play this. An original copy of Guitar Man for PlayStation 2, not sealed, but in a special wrapped thing, because it has a really good condition and everything, and you know, I kind of want to keep it that way because it's a game I hold really dearly to me. Guitar Man is like, I'm not the biggest rhythm game fan, but this one is just, it reminds me of better times, you know. It makes me think of the early 2000s with its art style, the quirkiness. I miss it, you know. Like, maybe I just miss being a kid, to be honest. You know, that's probably the biggest reason why I also miss this era of games, you know, other games that remind me of it, Ape Escape, you know, the low poly PlayStation 2 art style era of Japanese games. Like Under the Skin is also another game that would remind me of it with the style. Not that I like the game much, but Guitar Man, I love it. And obviously, I forgot that I own these games here. Once Xenosaga 1, Der Wille zur Macht, Japanese version. I own all Xenosaga games in Japanese. I played them on in emulators because I don't. Actually, I own Xenosaga 2 in the European version. I don't see myself paying up so much money for the other versions, the American versions. Like Xenosaga 3 costs like $300, Xenosaga 1 is like 80. The thing is, this is coming from a bigger box. I can show that after I show the other two. Xenosaga 1, obviously the start of the trilogy, which was supposed to be 6 games, but you know, you can watch my video about how Nintendo bought Monolith Soft if you want to know a little bit more about it. Obviously back in the day under the name of Namco, Japanese version, sealed. Then we have Xenosaga 2, Jenseits von Gut und Böse, mit Bonus-DVD, the German version, because for some reason they thought a game like this, obviously not the best condition, but a game like this should release in the middle of it. Like they didn't release Xenosaga 1, then they released Xenosaga 2, and they did not release Xenosaga 3 afterward. It makes zero sense. Like obviously, maybe that's one of those reasons why it didn't sort well. Also, wait. One of those games that opens to the right side. Like, look at that. That looks sexy as fuck, doesn't it? It like has like a steelbook thing kind of quality to it. There's the game disc. There's like a postcard thing or manual. And then it opens here to like a special movie. Really, really sexy. I kind of hate it when people say it's sexy to like video game stuff, but it's one of my favorite series of all time. And then we have also the Japanese version of Xenosaga 3. Also sprach Zarathustra. I can't ever pronounce the name. Also look at Cosmos's ass. Really neat. Like I said, you know, one of my favorite video game series of all time. But you know, it's so hard to talk about. Like if I start talking now, I will talk for like 5 hours. Now we have the special. Okay? We have a special. I need to make a little bit more room for that. Hopefully it can fit. We have a special Xenosaga thing. Wait. I don't hope you saw me. We have a special Xenosaga edition stuff. Xenosaga 1, Der Wille zur Macht, in the big box thingy thing. And, you know, if I open it up, wait, how do I open this up again? Wait, it's like, I have to slide it. To slide it open like this. And it comes with a few things. For example, a keychain. Sealed. Like it's so sealed, like the glue thing on top is like inside the box. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Then it comes with a Cosmos action figurine, a really ugly one. Why? Wait. I really want you to see how ugly this thing looks. Oh, Jesus. Look at his face. That is ugly and disgusting. But you know, you take it. And then the last thing that's inside of it is a folder thing. No backdoor. You know, people who play the games know what it stands for, and there maybe have been some other things regarding the logo, you know, recently. But yeah. And there's like a manual thingy. But that's basically everything that's in the box and the game, obviously, that you have seen. And the price was $80. When I saw this on eBay, I was like, yeah, that shit is mine now. Because it has pristine quality, condition. Like this is some quality condition. Yeah, that's probably my best possession that I have when it comes to Xeno Saga. Obviously, you know, I prefer the Xeno. I mean, actually, you know, the action figurine, if it would look better, it would be great. But sadly, you know, it looks really bad. Then next, PlayStation 1 games. And my room is like full of video games right now. Maybe I should start putting my games back into where they belong, so I don't have too much headroom with that. I can quickly show the single Nintendo 64 game I own. Yes. Because I don't own many, but the one I own, very, very, very good one. One I really, really like. One that everyone likes. And you wanna know why? It's Majora's Mask in the Japanese version. Because I'm not gonna see myself paying 200 bucks. Like again, you know, when you want to get a game in a box or case and you think the American price is too high, buy Japanesely made. Really good condition again, and the Japanese version looks also better anyways. Nope, that's the module. It doesn't have the Rumble Pack though, but there we go. Beautiful, isn't it? Obviously, the golden cartridge from Ocarina of Time beats it, but one day, you know, one day I will have that too, hopefully. Okay, since I wanted to show this PlayStation 1 game at the end, but wait, is that? That's not dust, that's literally lightning. It looks like dust, doesn't it, right? But it's lightning, it doesn't... Wait, it did move away. No, it doesn't. Wait, what? Optical illusion. Xenogears. Again, Japanese version, PlayStation 1, because, well, God only knows. Good Haruri song, but also, you know, God, very important person when it comes to Xenogears, Xenosaga, Xenoblade. You know, 2 discs, manual, everything. Bought it for 10 bucks. I think nowadays the prices in Japanese versions also go a little bit higher, but you know, still way cheaper. Other PlayStation 1 games. We have a bunch of those. Most of them though, not really played, because my dad had like a co-worker who wanted to give his games away, and he took them and gave them to me. But there's a few, and the thing is, my sister has many. Like my sister had Digimon World and the Harvest Moons. For example, the one game I got from like my dad's co-worker was the first Dynasty Warriors, which is actually a fighting game. This is not like a Muso game. This is like actually a fighting game, I think. So I have nothing to say about it. Then we have Silent Bomber, never played it, can't say much about it. Then we have Disruptor. I think I recently saw what company was behind it. There was like a company that is... wait, does it say who made it? Interplay was the publisher. Insomniac! Insomniac! You know, the people who made Ratchet & Clank. Like it says it here, Insomniac. Like right below there, besides the Universal Studio, it doesn't autofocus. It's a shooter, like it's also really brutal, I think. It's like a Doom kind of game. Then we have Hot Wheels Extreme Racing, like it's really, you know, it is a broken. I got this from a video store back in the day. As a kid, you know, you think like, vroom, vroom, cars, woohoo, and yeah, you know, probably a really bad game. Then we have Technomage, die Rückkehr der Ewigkeit, from Sunflower, a German video game studio. I was afraid of this game as a kid. I wanted to recently stream this again, and maybe I will still do that because I downloaded it again. And yeah, it's like a top-down, isometrical CRPG. Not really CRPG, but it was kind of creepy back in the day as a kid. I never got too far because of the creepiness, because there's like a crypt and there were skeletons. and demons. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna piss my pants. I was a really big scaredy cat. Then we have a game, Driver. I loved it. And I think everyone knows what I would want to rant about when it comes to Driver. The tutorial and the thing is, the tutorial, bam, really high difficulty, but mostly because as a kid, you don't know what it means. As a kid, there's like so many car things that it tells you to do, which you don't know what it is. What is 180, whatever the fuck. I can't remember what it was, but I think that was the biggest reason, and I didn't know what to do really. So I tried around and around, and the thing is, the first mission of the game afterwards, easy missions after each other. But sometimes the game would have a mission that goes like, boom. It would suddenly go from difficulty 1 to difficulty 10. And, you know, Driver 1, great game. No Fear downhill mountain biking. It's like a biking game where you drive down mountains and races, and it's fun. It was fun as a kid. Then we have Killer Loop, an Ubisoft exclusive. F-Zero for people who don't know what F-Zero is, or Wipeout. Then we have Delta Urban, my dad's co-workers. I never played it. Then we have a classic. Game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I never beat this fucking game. I got like to the 4 shrine dudes. They have like water, grass, earth, or desert. That's as far as my gameplay took me. I needed to grind probably for better cards. I was like, nah, I'm the fuck out of here. Just to get to that point, it took me a long time. But then I was like, fuck off. I couldn't take it anymore. I quit. Well, the thing is, I also had like other anime games like One Piece Grand Battle, which sadly you can't see, Digimon World. And here's a quick story about Game Boy games. I had a Game Boy Color with like 20 games. I sold them all on eBay in 2007 for like 60 bucks, so I could buy myself what is it called? A Mario Kart Wii at release day. I did enjoy Mario Kart Wii, but let's just say that Game Boy with the 20 games, some original original boxes, not just cartridges, it would be at least worth, let's say, 500 bucks. Like just the Zelda Awakening of Ages and Season games would be 120 alone. Yeah, great game if you can grind. Then we have Driver 2, Driver 1, but better kinda. You can leave the car, but there's nothing to really explore. There's a few hidden cars you can find when going out. Like I think there's like one car, like when you go into like a hole into the ground kind of. You know, it's like it tried to be GTA before GTA was GTA, without like really good outside missions, you know, but it was still great. Wait, oh no, wait, I also owned Driver 3 on PlayStation 2, bugged to fuckness, but I lent that game to a friend, and you didn't see it in my PlayStation 2 games, so you can probably guess what happened to it. Then we have Königreich für ein Lama, you know, the English name is like different, like I don't know the name. I actually replayed this like 2 years ago on stream. It was an okay jumping one. It's not great, but it's also not total shit. It was pretty okay, especially for a kids game. And then the last game is Gun Gauge. This is actually worth a little bit, but the thing is, I think actually it has a few scratches on top, but I kind of thought it also had like a broken. Oh, you know, wait, it's kind of at the top here, you know, like at the top here, it's kind of like not really. Yeah, that's the issue it had. But if I change it to a different box, you know, it's like 40-50 bucks. And since I have like no attachment to this thing, maybe I will sell it one day, because it was also one of the dead co-worker games. And those are all the PlayStation 1 games, because my sister has Harvest Moon still at her place, and she also has my Super Nintendo. So this is actually a very smart video to do, because I can rehash the video when I get my Super Nintendo back, which she has like for the last fucking 5 years, because I keep forgetting to tell her to bring it back. Oh, my neighbor is grilling, I think. but my cum-stained pants are kind of mixing together with the smell that he's unleashing in the backyard. I can show you some of the Super Nintendo games I bought though since then, because I bought some original ones, but you can guess it, Japanese. Because we got... Oh, my microphone is not wanting to stand for too long. I mean, now you saw the surprises. Fuck you, microphone. Why are you falling over? Now you can see the games, but you probably won't know the first game. It's Toki Mariel thing. I forgot the name. For the Super Famicom. Because I saw this for $10 and was like, why not? Why the heck not? I think it also recently got like the transformation finally, so I could actually play this. It's a dating sim for the Super Nintendo. One of the basically, it was like the one that really made them mainstream. Premium CD, what does that mean? Wait, is there CD inside? Or is it like premium CD quality? I think there's only like the cartridge inside. Okay, then maybe it means like quality CD soundtrack or whatever. I don't know what else it says, like premium CD on the cover. But yeah, for $10 I thought like, hey, it came from like the same person that sold Chrono Trigger. Then we have Final Fantasy VI Japanese version, because in Europe this never released anyways, so you would have to get look at the condition though. Like obviously my camera is not that bad, not that good. But it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And then Chrono Trigger. People that know me are gonna ask me, why did you buy this? I have to say it, I'm not the biggest Chrono Trigger fan. I think Chrono Trigger is an okay JRPG, but it is not the masterpiece that many people say it is. Yeah, that's my take. But I was like, look, this was $15. It looks amazing. I'm also a Dragon Ball fan. Like as a kid I loved Dragon Ball. I haven't watched it since then, but Akira Toriyama's art style, just beautiful. And that's the new Super Nintendo games I've bought since then. And the thing is, this is not going to be a game, but I have it laying around here. Oh wait, there's also going to be Gamecube still, Wii and Switch. And the Xenoblade 2 did original soundtrack. Sadly not the super duper premium edition. It's like the normal edition with like 4 discs. We can see our boy Rex on there. Here's like Nia and Tora and Morak and Zeke. The original soundtrack from Japan. I didn't buy the normal art book. I have the art book from the special edition. That you will see that soon. My favorite soundtrack of all time. That's why I bought it. But there's also like a special premium edition that was like $300, but nowadays it's like almost 1,000 because it's very limited. It came like with an USB stick that looks like the Zoha, and or was it the no wait, it looked like the Zoha. Or was it the Xenoblade X1? I'm not quite sure. The special edition, if I become rich, if you make me a rich YouTuber, I will buy it. I will unbox it for you. So please send me $1,000 to my PayPal. Even though that would probably be marked as suspicious activity, so don't do it. Okay, let's start with Nintendo. After Super Nintendo comes normally the Nintendo 64. I already showed you. I have only one of those because I never owned an original 64. GameCube games. There we go. A whole bunch of GameCube games. Wait, let me pick it up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Whole bunch of GameCube games, and I have to kind of hurry. Like the thing is, it won't get dark outside till 10 p.m. But the rain clouds are looking dangerous. We have the first Spider-Man game. Not a great game. Spider-Man was at least like one of those heroes. Have you seen? It was like one of those superheroes that I kind of enjoyed. I didn't like Batman. I didn't like Superman, but Spider-Man was kind of cool. This game was not that great. I used cheat codes to get through all the levels. Sometimes, you know, you could then choose your level, and, you know, I didn't want to play through it normally. It's wide, I guess. Back with sleep again. Achoo! Then we have James Bond, again in Kreuzfeuer. The best thing about this game is the multiplayer grappling hook, because you can grapple onto anything. Like soon you will also see Nightfire, but Nightfire had the grappling hook, but only at very specific points. Here you could use it anywhere. That's the only good, better thing than Nightfire. One of my most hated games, Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. It was a disappointment. You know, it was my first Harvest Moon after Back to Nature from the PlayStation 1, and it felt more constrictive, it felt smaller, it felt very depressing in a way too. I didn't like it. Then, Motocross game, that's actually one I bought, and it even has a demo for Godzilla Destroyer Monsters, which I also have, but that's at my sister's house, and she also has like Super Monkey Ball. Like, it was the collections I cannot split. And Bigger Freestyle, pretty neat and okay motocross game. Not much else to say. Star Fox Adventures. I want to fuck Crystal. Next game. Worms 3D. Actually underrated. I do think it's janky as fuck, and the other 3D Worms games afterwards also janky as fuck. They need to give this series another try in 3D. Like, they stopped doing them after like 2 or 3 Worms 3D games, and then they went back to like 2D games. Like on Steam, there's like 5 of them. And I'm not quite sure why they are so against 3D nowadays. Maybe it's because these games didn't sell that great or score well, but the jankiness and the way you can destroy the worlds and levels makes it fun. My friends never wanted to play it with me though, which is sad. Red Faction 2, I don't know, I think my friend kind of made a trade one day. I think one day I traded my Smash Bros. Melee against Red Faction 2 and Timesplitters 2. Because I love Timesplitters 2 so much, but he gave me a bonus and never really played this. Wait, where's Timesplitters 2? Like, it was laying around here too, wait. There it is. Timesplitters 2, best local multiplayer game of all time. I'm gonna have to say it. It is amazing how much fun this game is in local multiplayer. Like solo, the single player, it's alright. But it also has a co-op campaign, and that also makes it really fun. The thing is, I have to quickly pause the video because my nose is kinda... I have to clean up my nose. But obviously it doesn't matter because I can just put the first video together with the second one. So see you in 5 seconds. God damn, I pulled out some huge piece of my brain. Holy. Timesplitters 2, like I said, best multiplayer game for me locally of all time. Online it would be Counter-Strike 1.6. And look at this game hiding behind it. Metroid Prime. The thing is, I always tell the story about normally there was like a sticker from a Nintendo magazine here, like Nintendo N-Power or whatever. And it had like 96%. I kind of pulled it off the sticker. It doesn't even look like there ever was a sticker on. And that's the reason why I bought it, because at that point I only know Metroid in that way, or Samus from Smash 64. And why is it not standing? Come on. And I saw 96%, that's only 4% less than 100, so I bought it, and one of the best decisions I've ever made. So, you know, thank you to the magazine that gave it such a high rating, because I don't know, I mean, I would have eventually checked it out, but I wouldn't have checked it out in like 2003 like I did, or 2004 around the time. Do I even have to say anything about this? If you haven't ever played this, maybe buy the remastered, if you can. If you have a Switch, but everyone has one. Ultimate Spider-Man. I have to say this, I got filtered the fuck out of this game. Like, there's this mission where you have to follow the Flash, I think that's his name, like the very fast dude, and he's very fast, I have to say. And I never beat that as a kid, and since then I haven't played it. Sorry for making that noise with my hand. I had the inputs to do it. There's also Venom, and the guy on the right is also Venom. Actually, really good game. I love the shell-shaded look. Okay, before we come to other banger games, there's two on this side. Bomberman Generation. I wanted a Bomberman game to play with friends. It has the multiplayer, pretty okay multiplayer Bomberman game. The single player mode, never beat it. I played it, was like, oh, it's fine. Wait. I recently played a Smash clone game from Konami. And this guy was like the end boss in that game. He was like a host of the game show. What was it called? Like Jump Fighters TV or something. And that's the guy. That's literally the guy who commentates. And that's Bomberman in the game. Like it's a Konami Smash clone kind of game with like also Beyblade and Transformers. Now I know where he comes from. That's kind of fucking weird. It's an okay game. It's also surprisingly worthy. It's like $40, but I think that's because GameCube games are kind of going high in price. But look at this. You know, that's $20 less. Okay. Then we have FIFA Fußball-Weltmeisterschaft 2002. You know, everyone needs a football game on a console. This was one of my favorites back in the day. I replayed it. I started a GameCube challenge. I'm me beating all GameCube games. You can find like 4 videos on my channel of that. And you know, I beat this one. You know, I became world champion with Germany as a revenge. And you know, I'm still on my quest to beat every GameCube game for sure. My favorite Mario Kart Double Dash, doppelte Besetzung, doppelter Spaß. You know, double the fun, double the kart racers on top. My favorite Mario Kart game, this was also my first game for the GameCube. Me and my sister got the GameCube together for Christmas, like 2003 or 2002. No, wait, Mario Kart Double Dash came out in 2003, so it was Christmas 2003. It was like this 99 Euro double bundle, I think, where the GameCube was like super cheap. Like I wanted to have a PlayStation 2, but I think my parents were like, okay, this GameCube looks very fucking cheap, let's get that one. And they know Mario probably. My favorite Mario Kart, played it not the most, my most played one would be Wii, but my favorite one just for the aesthetic, the double people on top, everything about it I just love. Then we have the superior James Bond game Nightfire. Also, this for me would be the second best multiplayer shooter on the GameCube. Maybe it's because I played those two the most, but this game actually, you wouldn't think a James Bond game to be great. The single player is alright, but the multiplayer, really fun game. Sky Whale, one of the best multiplayer maps of all time, and will forever be one. This one is a doozy. Spyro and the Dragonfly. My friend had a PlayStation 1 and he had Spyro games. And I fucking loved seeing Spyro and playing those games on his PlayStation 1. I did have a PlayStation 1, but it kind of broke, and then afterwards we didn't really get many games for it when we got another one. So this was my first own Spyro game, and you know, it killed it for me. I would still like to play like the remakes, you know, because those are fun. Probably, and yeah, this one, do I even have to say anything about it? Even as a kid, I realized how bad this one. Like, even as a kid, I realized, why is this game suddenly sometimes so much slower than usually? And if you notice frame rate drops as a kid, you know the game itself is trash. Trash. Probably one of the worst games I own. FIFA 2003. Got this on the flea market, you know, Roberto Carlos. The Spanish dude, I forgot his name. And fucking... what's his name? The one with the cool goggles. Like, there's also League of Legends skin, like the Twisted Fate skin modeled after him. Davids, something with Davids. You know, I mean, FIFA 2003 was okay. Okay, this one is the superior football game. Mario Smash Football. I have to say, the Wii version of it, we will see that soon too. It left something to be desired because it was too gimmicky with how you pass the ball, and have to load the ball, and then, you know, the online was okay, and, you know, and then you have the Switch one, which has gameplay really good again, but then it became too dead, too little content to do online. I really wish we would just get a remastered version of this. This is the full package. This has everything you need. Simple but fun controls. It's so fucking fun. This is just amazing. And it even is approved from Philipp Lahm, one of the best German defenders on the left flank. Was he left? I think he was on the left. But it switched around, you know, like in the early days, maybe he was on the left. Then he was on the right side. Even though he plays for Bayern, or he played for Bayern, one of my favorite people that ever played in the national team, because he's like one of the most underrated defenders in the world. You know, empfohlen von Philipp Lahm, you know, even though I'm pretty sure Philipp Lahm never played this game. But, you know, if he says so, then. And Wind Waker. Sadly, it got water damaged, because one day I went outside, I forgot to close the window. While I was outside, it started raining, and for some reason, this little game laid in the middle of the floor and got soaked. Yeah, you can only, I mean, on the back side, you can see it. It's not like the water damage, but on the front, you can see like the wavy stuff, you know. It doesn't matter because I would never sell this anyways. And, you know, look at this. It has the Master Quest stuff. You know, it has Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest. And obviously the normal game. Really great game. I mean, I don't have to say anything about Zelda games because everyone knows I'm a big Zelda fan. So, and that's the GameCube. Next, obviously, after the GameCube, what comes? My favorite console of all time, the Wii. Oh shit, my microphone, what is going on? I keep thinking that's like someone's bike that squeaks like this, but it's my fucking microphone, mate. I have to. I'm not gonna buy a new microphone for my. But it's also always when I just stand up. Maybe I hit it with my chair. I think I'm hitting it with my chair without me seeing that I'm hitting it with my chair, because I keep standing up and then it spins the thing against it. Because otherwise, why would it fall when I stand up? Right? Mysterious. Oh wait. I forgot one of my most prized PlayStation 1 games. Grandia. In a really good conditioned version. Wait. No, wait, oh wait, you think maybe this like, you know, on the cartridge, but it's like from, if I pull this out. You know, it's like from the thing, so there's like no scratch like that. You know, I bought this for 40 bucks, and the thing is, for 40 bucks, there's like a Ubisoft one. Like, obviously it was published by Ubisoft, but there's like a Ubisoft exclusive. Like, you saw Killer Loop, and Killer Loop had like this Ubisoft exclusive thing, where the whole thing around it is like blue, and it's kind of ugly looking, but this is like the original good looking one. Sei uns willkommen, Hüter des Heiligen Steins. One of my favorite JRPGs. I don't know about the HD versions. If you ever want to play a great JRPG that makes you really feel like you're an adventurer, play this. Also look at the waifus. Mostly the one on the left from the main character. Or from the right side. The left one, you know, a little bit too young. Oh wait, I forgot some GameCube games. Jesus Christ. Why do I keep forgetting things? Probably because there's too much things. Okay, Jesus. I forgot 2 GameCube games. Also my most expensive one. Metroid Prime 2. People who know me know I love this more than the first one even. Dark World, amazing. Obviously, at first, it's a little bit annoying, maybe. You know, it's like something that makes you think, oh, did they really have to make it so annoying? But, you know, that adds to the flavor. I really hope you can play, or you can hear the kids playing in the background in the backyard when I'm talking. Like they don't get picked up by the microphone if I don't talk, but you know, sometimes things like that don't get picked up normally without someone talking, but if I talk, they get picked up. And then we have the GameCube game that's like the most expensive one that I own. It's Kirby Air Ride. I picked this up like back in the day. We stayed at like my stepdad's parents at like southern of Germany, Bavaria, and I got it there for like 30 bucks. And you know, nowadays this game is worth more than 30 bucks. It has like this little thing up there, so obviously, you know, real people would be like, wow. I'm sorry, why I don't know why I did that with my hand. Yeah. I'm not even the biggest fan of the game. Like, I love the game mode where you see everything from like the top perspective. I think it's also on the back here. Like, it's like this one. I love this one, and obviously the City Trial, but I never played this normal mode. City Trial was fun. The top-down perspective mode was fun. Kirby's luftige Jagd beginnt. Yeah, Kirby. Hopefully you have fun on your luftige Jagd. Wait, I don't want to start with my favorite Wii game. So, I'm gonna take this stage. Oh shit. So first off, we have on the Wii we have Fast Food Panic, which I bought on eBay for $5 last year. I was like on the lookout for like cheap, cute-looking games. I even streamed this game. It's like one of those games where you make food. Yeah, it's alright for $5. Can't complain. Also, you know, Wii art style. Then we have Harvest Moon Magical Melody. This is like a port from the Gamecube because I didn't know it at that time. This came out on the Gamecube, not in Europe or not even in America. I don't know. Magical Melody. No, or was it the other one? No, I think Magical Melody was a Gamecube one. I did this in Netherlandish because I live close to the border of the Netherlands, and my grandma sometimes goes over there to buy like cheap coffee from like the two brothers, Venlo. And you know, sometimes I came with them, and you know, sometimes I was allowed to pick a game. And this one, it has German text in the game, but on the back of it, it is Beginn and Bördelich and both and Dorp. Dorp means probably Dorf, which means village, little town in German. Cute game, not the best though. It continued. We fit. I also have the balance board. This came like with our second Wii because back in the day when you did like a phone contract, they sometimes gave you like a new TV, a new game console, and my mom did like a new phone contract and she picked a new Wii with Wii Fit and the balance board. The thing is, if you want to tell, there's a story about me losing weight because of it, a lot of weight, and you can hear the story in my 10 top tummies in video games, I think. Like in that video I talked about the Wii Fit trainer's tummy, because it's a really good tummy, and because I love her because she made me lose weight, because when you play Wii Fit she gives you compliments that you keep on going hardcore on the weight loss, and that was enough for me to lose the weight, because positive reinforcement or positive affirmation can make you do things you wouldn't normally do. So, you know, everyone needs someone in their life that keeps telling them, go, make it better, do it again, yeah, you're doing a good job. That helps you to really go with it. Then we have Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I loved Brawl. The hype train for it was absolutely real. I remember the GamePro magazine, and it had the trailer for it in 2005, the 3 issue, and it was like, holy shit. Even though I didn't really play Animated Gear back in the day, I have never played Metal Gear at that point, but even I knew how big the inclusion of Solid Snake would be. And then obviously I was also fucking Sonic, and you know, the Smash Bros. Brawl Dojo, unforgettable. Nothing reached the Dojo again. Like, I didn't really care about Smash 4, since I never had a Wii U, and the 3DS version I never cared about. And Ultimate was like, yeah, you know, new trailer, proof, yeah. You know, Brawl, the hype was real. And we have The Legend of Zelda The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, I have the special edition, but I have the carton somewhere else, and the thing is, I have the Wiimote, but wait, can I... Wait. I will get myself the Wiimote real quick, so it's right here though, so... If I don't show the game like this, I would have shown everything. I'm naked right now, so... look at that. And the soundtrack CD is somewhere too. Look at this. I can... You know, if my Wii would be turned on right now, this... The bad thing about this is this like a battery thing, so I can load my Wiimotes. But the thing is, look at this. Why is this white? And the thing is, this one is also... No, wait, that one isn't white. No, wait. I'm wrong. Like, I don't think the thing here is white. Like, I have the golden one somewhere lying around, I think. But why is this white? Why is the B button not also golden? Now I realize... Look at the Digipad. Digipad golden, all the other buttons not. Maybe it's like the contrast, you know, but I never liked that the B button is not golden. Like, it ruins the back of it. Like, the front, okay, who cares? But what, the game itself... Okabi. And it has like, I think this is the one of the ones with the famous IGN thing, where the art in the background has like the IGN watermark somewhere. I mean, it also has this here, like IGN. I don't know if the European version had that too. Okami, really good game that sometimes is a little bit chewy, like bubblegum. Like, they overdone it a little bit sometimes, but still a great game. But the Wii version, with the way you have to draw it sometimes, oh, it got frustrating as fuck. Like, there's like these stone faces where you have to do something to let them pass. That they make you pass, and you have to draw what they want you to draw. And I remember I got stuck there for like half an hour, even though I did it perfectly. I would recommend you to play the IG versions. Big Brain Academy für Wii. Heiteres Kopfzerbrechen mit Freunden und der ganzen Familie. Shit game. Next. Didn't even buy it myself. Like that, my grandma has like a Wii too, and it's because, you know, sometimes they had like my aunt's kids and, you know, that kind of stuff. Animal Crossing, let's go to the city. Ignore the things on the top left. I don't know where that came from. That's disgusting. Never played as much. Yeah, can't really say anything, because the thing is, the only time I really played it was like a month ago, where I tried to find the froggy chair as fast as possible. And it took me 8 hours to find a villager with a froggy chair, but then he didn't want to trade it, and then I gave up. Yeah. Probably pretty okay Animal Crossing, but it didn't really make the franchise go into a new direction. You know, it was like, yeah, Animal Crossing on the Wii. Then one of my favorite Wii games, Fragile Dreams. Farewell Ruins of the Moon. You can see it if you open my channel. I uploaded one of the soundtrack songs of it, literally on like release day almost. And nobody fucking bought this game. Nowadays the video has like 143,000 views. And, you know, it is a story that involves a groomer. You know, obviously, I didn't groom anyone, but there was like this YouTuber, Quiotic, and he basically was Dream before Dream. You know, he has like a nice voice, he never showed his face, and his avatar was like literally white smiley face. But he was like RPG maker, horror-styled games. And one day, he made a Let's Play about Fragile Dreams, like a few years after its release. And suddenly, I was just checking my YouTube, and suddenly, bam, tons of comments, and people are like, oh, I'm here because of Cry, hee hee. And suddenly exploded in views and everything. I think he put the game on the map, and at that time, it was kind of too late, like it really wasn't selling well. You know, that's like the little backstory behind it. I bought it on release day. I saw it in GamePro. It was like, this appeals to me. It's a little bit like a Wii-friendly kids-like. It's not really kiddie-like, but survival horror adventure game for the Wii. You know, I would title it as Silent Hill for Weeps in a way. It's like really a game that makes you lonely, but also you can find friends. It has yaoi. Hikari is, glaube ich, is her name, I think. The girl with the white hair. It's a very depressing game at points. There's also Crow, like I said, you kiss him. It's a little bit, you know, gay friendly, if that's your thing. And I forgot the name of the ghost, the other ghost, the cute ghost. I really wish one day maybe there would be a new remaster port. I will buy it. I will tell anyone to buy it. It deserves it. Not the best gameplay, but the story is just so beautiful. Oops. And really great OST. And, you know, I really wish... I mean, the thing is, obviously, the guy that I talked about, he stopped YouTube because he groomed someone, and I really wish I wouldn't have that kind of memory about it, because, you know, it kind of feels like he made the game big, and it's kind of like sad in a way. But anyways, you know, next game, one of my favorites. I recommend this. This is even playable on an emulator. Like, just like obviously Wii's game would, you have a flashlight and you flash it with the remote, and you can just bind it to the right analog stick, and that works fine too. Rockstar Tisch Tennis, Rockstar Table Tennis for the Wii. Way worse than the 360 version for fucking, I don't know what reason. I saw people saying the 360 version, wow, cool game. And then made sense to port it on the Wii, right? Because, wow, Wii mode, you swingy swing. And apparently it's way worse. I don't know how Rockstar did that. Probably because it used a different physics engine. Like, I think Table Tennis on the Xbox 360 used like the Havoc engine. It was really new at that time with like GTA 4. And the physics were like, on the Wii were like, it didn't run it as, something like that, I think. That's what I read. No, don't quote me on it. I need to drink Pepsi. Talking for almost 2 hours, being not interrupted, takes its toll. Like, normally I can stream for, I streamed like 34 hours before, but that's with breaks and everything. Wii points card, obviously don't have to say anything about that. Carnival, the Jahrmarkt party, that belongs to my grandma. I don't know why I have it here. Monolith Soft, yay! Day of the Crisis. I love how they had to stick over the old logo with the new one. $10 from GameStop. Sorry for the burp. Made by Monolith Soft, the same people who made Xenoblade. There's Havoc. Or maybe my story is then fake now, because if Disaster can use that, why wouldn't Rockstar Table Tennis use Havoc? Yeah, I talked a little bit about it in the Monolith Soft video I made. You know, it's a nice fun game. If you like action games on the Wii, like it has light gun shooting sections, it has like walk around, help people sections, lots of quick time events and everything. It's alright. You know, not at full price. Obviously, you can't get it at full price anymore, but I would have even paid 30 for it. But I paid only 10, so that's even better. Harvest Moon, Baum der Stille. Tree of Tranquility, I think. Another one of those so Harvest Moon games. Not the worst, not the best. Yeah, indecent. Guitar Hero 3, Legend of Rock, my first Guitar Hero game on the Wii. I have the guitar in my other room. What can I say? Guitar Hero on the Wii. You walk out and that's fun. And it had Dragon Force. The one thing that the game didn't have was going down to Georgia. Or down to... South down to... Like the thing is where the guy plays the fiddle against the devil, but it's a guitar battle this time. It doesn't have this one, because that one was like DLC for the big consoles, and it was like free DLC, but this game has no online DLC. It has Wi-Fi, you can play against other people if it would still be online, well, but it had like no track hacks, I think. Now we come to an actual classic, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Obviously nowadays the new Super Mario Bros. Series is a little bit, you know, looked down upon. This was like the first one on the big console since the DS one. Was fun as fuck in multiplayer. In single player it's alright, it's fun, it plays well, it looks okay, it sounds okay. Really wish we would get a new art style soon, but In multiplayer, you know, I sometimes see many people say the multiplayer is fucking trash, everyone's griefing, but that's the whole point, you know? Maybe it's because I'm the worst person you can play with, that hates griefing. Like, I do enjoy griefing sometimes, you know? When the action calls, I'm there, normally. But sometimes it's just fun to pick someone up and throw them into the abyss. Agree? Yeah, everyone would agree. But I'm not the kind of person who keeps on doing it, even if someone tells you to stop. Maybe sometimes, but that's the whole fun. The chaos is the fun. And I don't get people who say like, oh, I don't want it to be chaotic. Like, no, it has to be chaotic. That's the whole fun behind it. Come on. Then we have Mario Strikers Charge Trooper. I talked about this, a little bit of a disappointment, but me and my friend back in the day still grinded it online. After every week though, it would reset the rank, so every week we would sometimes go like, oh, let's get rank 1 again, and then we would get one again. Like, we did it like 1 month, and then it became too cheesy online, everyone using Boo to teleport through the enemy goalkeeper. I made a video about my biggest disappointment on my channel, like my biggest Nintendo disappointment, and I talk about the football games there. You should check it out if you want to hear more about me talking about the football games for Mario. Okay, we have another stack of Wii games. Little King Story on GameStop again, $10, really worth it. Really cute town building strategy game. I would recommend it. Nowadays it's on Steam. I think the PC port is trash. And there's also like a Vita port, and the Vita port is like more anime. This is like more like a Western art book or a fantasy book, but the Vita version was like anime. I don't know which version they ported. I think it was the Vita version. I don't know. It's one really cute game like that. I would recommend. No More Heroes. I don't own the original one. Like, I own No More Heroes. I don't own No More Heroes 2. But I own them both on the Switch now, and 3 too. You will see. No, I bought it digitally. Fuck. No More Heroes 3 was a disappointment, I have to say. No More Heroes 1 though, I bought it at GameStop, and you can maybe guess the price for $10. Was it? Like, here you can see like the sticker, but you don't see the price. But I think it was $10 again. I enjoyed buying some cheap Wii games back in the day. Like, damn, he's feeding you Sophie up. Or Sylvia, not Sophie. Yeah, No More Heroes, I'm a big fan. I became a big fan after this, even if I never bought the second game, and then the first time I played it on an emulator, which isn't the same feeling. Yeah. Great game series. Till 3 kind of destroyed it. And this was also my first Monster Hunter. It says $40. I did not pay $40. I did not buy this at GameStop. I bought this on Amazon for $5 or something. Because I don't think I bought... Why is there like no text on the back one? Is it like a reverse cover? Oh. I don't know. Was my first Monster Hunter. I didn't play it much because I bought it shortly before the servers went down. I would have played online much anyways. I played this for like 2 hours maybe. So I can't say much. Yeah. But I wanted to try it, and apparently I guess I didn't like it too much. I should give this one a chance again. I think there's also private servers nowadays. And now we go to the first game of the legendary Operation Rainfall games. Even though we didn't need it in Europe, the Americans needed it in a nice, cool black box. And Pandora's Tower, again, never beat the game. I got fairly fine to it, but sometimes I just drop it. You know, you feed your girlfriend some monster flesh, otherwise she turns into monster too. And it's a little bit like a God of War kind of game. You have chains to swing around and kill monsters with. Like, the graphics are pretty good in the game too. I would recommend this for people who look like for a fairly decent hack and slash game. Some puzzles too. Great design with the enemies and everything. And the girlfriend that eats monster flesh, also very cute. Then I have another game that belongs to my grandma, International Athletics. Can't say much because I never played it. Then we have FIFA 08. I thought, why not buy a FIFA for the Wii? Yeah, it's FIFA. Guitar Hero World Tour, Guitar Hero 4, obviously bought it for the Wii. I think it says pay and play, so I guess this also had tracks, packs. I never got any of them. Umfangreicher Soundtrack, like it has the Beastie Boys, Blink 182, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. No wait, that's not how it goes. We have Coldplay, Shivers, the Eagles, Hotel California, In a Cold Desert Morning. No, that's not how it goes. I'm not good at singing. Korn, Freak on a Leash, What I've Done, La Bamba, Sweet Home Alabama, Trapped Under Ice from Metallica, Beat It, Michael Jackson, Nirvana, About a Girl, Unplugged, Oasis, some might say, Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train, Paramore, Misery Business, Sting, Tool, Van Halen und viele mehr. Yeah. It also has like Monica, you know, like Monica, the song. Another game used for 20 bucks. This wasn't GameStop though, this was MediaMarkt. Sin and Punishment 2, the successor of Disguise. I played it on a stream. I really played it really badly. Really great whale shooter, shoot 'em up kind of game. Really hard. Maybe I'm not quite sure if it's really that hard or if I've just sucked. I don't play these games much. You can even use a Gamecube computer. Yeah. For 20 bucks, can't complain. And it's getting a little bit more pricey, you know. You know, if you want cheap Wii games, go buy them now. But people are finally waking up to how good the Wii actually was, you know. Also, this is gonna be my biggest buy that I got from GameStop for 10 bucks. Ta-da! Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. For 10 bucks, you know, you can't. Nowadays it's like 100 bucks. I'm not gonna sell it. The thing is, I never beat it. I played it a little bit. The thing is, it's a sequel to Path of Radiance for the GameCube, which I have also only played a little bit. You can see a pattern here that I sometimes play games and then not complete them. So it's a great game though. But the first time I bought this was my first Fire Emblem that I ever played, and I played it to like chapter 3 and I got filtered the fuck out of it. Then I tried it again a couple years after, and fun game. But you know, obviously for 10 bucks now I can plight my money. Okay, wait, this is like my favorite Wii game that comes at the end. Then we got Panya Golf with Style. Bought this on eBay lately for like 5 bucks because who doesn't like golf? I hate golf actually, but you know, you have anime golfers. You know, if you played MMOs back in the day, you may remember Panya as like a free-to-play MMO golfing game where you can buy outfits and whatever. Look at the golf anime girl here. And I thought, why not buy this for 5 bucks? Because you can customize your characters in cute ways, and it looks cute. I want to look under her skirt. Never mind. Then we have my favorite Zelda game, Twilight Princess, on the Wii. Because, well, I wanted to get it on the GameCube, but that Christmas 2006, I was hoping so hard to get a Wii for Christmas. And every Christmas, since I got a Wii at that Christmas, I have to listen to my mom tell me how hard it was actually to get a Wii. Because they somehow managed to get a Wii in 2006 around Christmas, because it launched at like December 8th here. And they had like 14 days left till Christmas to get one. And they somehow achieved that. I only got it with Wii Sports, but I got like Christmas money from Granny. It's gonna be like a bad word to use, like grandma. And then I bought Zelda with it, and it's still my favorite Zelda game since that day. Midna is hot as fuck. Best dungeons. Maybe, you know, it's also because, you know, it's like it's the first Zelda I played at release, kinda like a few weeks after. My favorite Zelda game. Then we have Vagrant, the Jake Dimension. Recently played it on stream again. I kind of didn't like it too much back in the day already, and when I replayed it, I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. And then there were some levels that made me think, oh, this is not fun. Play Pizza Tower. I love Pizza Tower. Then we have the second game from the Operation Rainfall, The Last Story. I only played 2 hours of this back in the day. to look into it, and then for some reason it couldn't pull me into it. Thing is, back in the day, I think I did like Operation Rain. No, I did Pandora's Tower first. I played a little bit of it because that's how I wanted to do it. I wanted to first play a few. I wanted to play a few hours of every game to see what's the hype about. So I played a little bit of Pandora's Tower back in the day, then a little bit of Last Story, and soon the other one. And I came back to like the Pandora's Tower one day, a few years after, and never tried this one again. I should do that. And then you obviously, since I showed you Xenogears and Xenosaga, you know what's gonna be my favorite Wii game. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. Xenoblade Chronicles 1. It's also the game from the Operation Rainfall games that actually pulled me in and never let me go. Like, when I started it, I grinded through the game in like 2 weeks. In einer vom Welt verwüsteten Welt verlangt das Schicksal nach einem Helden. Wirst du dem Ruf folgen? Do I even have to say anything about it? I think many people know that Xenoblade Chronicles is probably after Zelda, my favorite Nintendo franchise. They share spot 1 nowadays. Don't have to say much more about that. And now, after the Wii, you know what comes? Wii U. I don't have a single Wii U game. And obviously, Switch. Oh, sunny day, sunny day, sunny, sunny, sunny day. Oh, this might be a pain in the butt to clean up again. Okay. Like, all my shelves are fucking empty, and I have to dust them off and everything, and it's fucking 8 p.m. Oh, Jesus. Okay. No, I have a. I mean, it's not that big, my collection of the Switch, but it's sizable. Super Smash Bros. Oh, wow, wow! Wait. One game fell to the ground. That should put them here. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I loved it when I played it at release. My mains were Palutena, Splatoon Girl, well, Splat Girl, England Girl, I mean. And fun game. And since Pyro and Mythra were added, Pyro and Mythra were my mains. Then, wait, let me stack them. Then, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's a hard game for me to really judge. It's not a disappointment at all. I still would give it like a 9 out of 10. And the DLC recently, the implications of that DLC really big. I don't want to talk about it. Stop spoilers and everything. Xenoblade 3 kind of, it's like a topic for a video that makes me think it deserves its own video. Not a disappointment, but something was lacking in comparison to the next game. And you can probably already know what game that could be. My favorite game of all time, maybe even. Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 2 was something after Xenoblade 1. Like I said, it was like my favorite Wii game, and then one day, I watched like the Nintendo presentation on live, like 3 AM my time, and they announced Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I was like, wow. And then it came out in 2nd of December, and I was wowed. My favorite Switch game, makes sense. My favorite game maybe of all time, Journey to the Birthplace of Humanity, Elysium. Like, it's kind of weird how it's because it's a reverse cover. No, it's not. Where's the USK? Oh, it's because I bought the special edition. That's why it doesn't have the USK logo thing. I made a whole video that goes like an hour about this game if you want to watch me talk and really talk about how much I love this game. Then we have a game that many people wouldn't expect me to own on the Switch, because as I said, I didn't really like it that much. I played the PC version at release. Nier Automata, The End of Yoha edition. It has a reverse cover. No, it's a product with just the ration card. I don't think I used that one, but it doesn't matter. I have all the DLC and everything. Nier Automata on the Switch, it runs amazing. It looks pretty much good too. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed by the game when it released and everything, but I kind of wanted to own it. Like I said, like when I own something on PC, I also want to own it physically. And I saw this on eBay for 20 bucks and was like, yeah. It seems also one of those games that one day will be worth a lot on the Switch. Like the PlayStation 4 version, everything is like 5 bucks, but on the Switch, I think, you know, it could. Next game, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Then we have an underrated game, in my opinion. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Final Emblem Encore. Auch als Digitalversion erhältlich. I don't know why they have this little sticker that says you can buy it digitally too. Actually kind of underrated. I played it, I didn't beat it. I can still go back to it, but this was fun. You know, it is like, in a way, it has nothing to do with Fire Emblem, nothing to do with Shin Megami Tensei, except the combat system. It is really cute. If you look for a JRPG that's not on your list, or that you haven't played yet, if you haven't played this yet and you want a JRPG, I would recommend this. It's actually pretty cute and everything. I played like 15 hours. Then we have Pokemon Shield. I enjoyed the games. I have to say, I enjoyed the game. I know Game Freak, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like, the thing is, the designs of the Pokemon in these games are amazing. Like, I can spoil it. I have Pokemon Violet, which is a better game, obviously, than Shield. But I love the new Pokemon designs. Like, the last 2 generations have the best Pokemon designs since ever, for my opinion. Then we have a new game that released this year, Fire Emblem Engage. I beat it. Fun freaking game. I like it more than Three Houses. Like, people have like this crusade against it that says like, oh, nobody's talking about it anymore. It released like 4 months ago. Like, I think many people beat it, and if you want to talk about a game that released 4 months ago, you have to be in a fandom. Like, if I go on Twitter and look up the Fire Emblem fandom, I probably will see a lot of people talking about this. But people go like, oh, it came and went, hee. Nobody remembers this. It's shit compared to Three Houses, but I don't think that's true. I like the characters more because I'm also a Fire Emblem Fates fan. Like I said, I like these characters that are like over-designed in some people's opinions. I don't think they're over-designed, but they're anime as fuck. I love those kind of designs. And that's why I think, you know, it's my... not my favorite Fire Emblem, it's still Fates, but Engage would probably be second place. My Odyssey, do I have to say anything about it? After the Galaxy games, probably my favorite 3D Mario. Like, it would go like Galaxy 2, Galaxy 1, Odyssey, 64, Sunshine, 3D World. Did I miss one? 3D World is my least favorite. Like I said already, Pokemon Violet. What is there to say about it, really? I liked it. Then we have the Steelbook of Xenoblade 1. I think the game is inside. No, but there's a music download code that I haven't used yet. But I can just download the fucking normal soundtrack, so. Then we have the Steelbook of Xenoblade 2. Pretty neat. Then we have Metroid Dread. Finally, a new Metroid 2D game. Really loved it. Obviously, the Emmy parts, the longer you play the game, became a little bit more annoying. But still, I think Mercury Steam did a good job, and they can build on that foundation. So, Mario Maker 2. I have to say, fun game. Oh damn, look at the lighting. It just changed like really cold lighting. I don't know why. Can you make it brighter again? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Mario Maker 2. What can I say? Mario Maker 2. Pretty fun if you don't only get 4 levels. I miss the amiibo costumes. Not amiibo costumes, like you can unlock them. Like the mushroom costumes, you know, like there was like Nisekoi, Baby Metal, Arino from Games Fantasy X. I miss those costumes. Best Kirby game of all time. Kirby und das Vergessene Land, or The Forgotten Land. I was surprised at how fucking good the game is. I did not expect a 9 out of 10 game. I was like, oh, it's gonna be the first time making a 3D Kirby game, really. How mediocre can it become? And then I played it and was like, holy shit, I want to fuck the cat. Astral Chain. After many not so good Platinum games, for me this was finally one of the better ones again. I also love that they used the character designer, you know, the artist from the guy that made like DNA 2, I don't know the English word for the number, like it's not a normal 2, it's like the 2 that's like for multiplying, or like the root, whatever. I'm not good at math. Really fun game, I want to replay it. Nice ass though too. I love the mechanic, like the thing is the rating system felt like you just have to spam your moves and you get a good rating. Makes noobs like me feel good. I wish there would still be a second one, you know? I wonder what Platinum Games is cooking after Babylon's Fall and, you know, I don't know. I mean, every game they made together with Nintendo was alright. Also another disappointment, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Maybe a disappointment is too harsh, but it felt too normie. Like that sounds a little bit rude, you know, like obviously Animal Crossing was already a big thing with New Leaf and before that. But Animal Crossing New Horizons added like so much normie furniture. Like if you look around on people's islands and how they build their houses, it looks like a normal kitchen. I don't want a normal kitchen. I want a kitchen made out of apples and stuff. And Animal Crossing New Horizons lacked new cute furniture. It had too many normie furniture. Too many furniture you would see in real life. And I didn't like it that much. Ring Fit Adventure. Yeah. I would recommend it to everyone who wants to stay fit. I haven't played it in a while, but it really whips you into shape again. I didn't really need to get whipped into shape because I do normal workouts, but it was a nice... I was looking at it and was like, why not? Let's buy this. And I bought it for a good price of like 33 bucks at a sale or whatever. And I wanted to sell it during Corona. Like during Corona, the price for Ring Fit, bam, exploded. I was like, oh, I should say goodbye to it. But I didn't. You know, I don't like selling games since I sold my Game Boy collection. But you know, I was thinking about it because the prices were like all the way up to 100 because it was sold out everywhere. I think because when Corona was happening, you know, quarantines, or it was more like people weren't allowed to go out. Like, you didn't have to be quarantined, you weren't just allowed. Then we have the normal, you know, not the steelbook of Xenoblade. Like I have to say, I have the special edition of Xenoblade 1 and 2, but I don't have the one of 3. One day I will buy it, but, you know, like the little bit of disappointment I had from the game didn't make me want to look and hunt for it. And the whole situation with the special edition also made me a little bit soured on it. An underrated game, Trials of Mana. I wanted to always buy this on Steam on a good sale. I saw it on Steam for 20 bucks. Then I looked up the Switch physical version and found it for 15 bucks. A really nice, cute game. Angela, my beloved here. Yeah, if I also want to buy the collection, like Trials of Mana, like Secret of Mana 1, 2, and 3. That also is pretty cheap. I want to buy it still. Like I just forgot about that. Look at how hot Angela is. Okay, I think now because of the lighting and everything, the autofocus won't work anymore. Yeah, I would recommend it if you look like for an action RPG combat system kind of game. It's obviously a little bit on the low budget list, but it has more soul than most big Square Enix games. Like Octopath Traveler 1, it didn't connect with me. Yeah, I maybe one day want to check out Octopath Traveler 2, which people say it solves some of the mistakes the first one has done. So if they solve like the problem of like it didn't feel like I'm traveling in a group, it was like everyone is traveling for themselves. If they fix that in 2 really, then that is already better. Then we have Bible Theosis, okay game. Yeah, story-wise, I thought it was kind of lame. It was like really generic, and people jerk off about Edelgard, how deep and whatever. No, she's not deep at all. Then we have Mauritius Aces, fucking shit. I'm one of those suckers who bought Pokemon Let's Go. I did enjoy the remake. I'm not a I mean, obviously, my first Pokemon game was blue and red and yellow, and I still love the first generation, but I'm not someone who says best generation ever, you know? I bought the remake, really cute remake. I don't know why people shat on it. Maybe because, you know, it already had remakes and they were like, oh, don't remake it again. Really cute game. You know, if you never played the first generation, or my staple is like falling over, right? If you never played the first one, I would recommend it. Monster Hunter Rise, you know, had fun with it. This was like the first Monster Hunter I really got into. I bought World on Steam. My PC was too trash, didn't work quite well. Then I bought this one on the Switch at release. Then I bought it on PC now again with Sunbreak together for a cheap price. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Yeah, I need to get back to it because I haven't even played Sunbreak on Steam. Then obviously, you know, there's still one Xenoblade game missing. You know, you're gonna be like, wow, didn't you go through every Xenoblade game? No, not this one. Xenoblade 2, Torna, the Golden Country, in sealed. Because I bought the Season Pass on my normal Switch. And then I saw this for 30 bucks online. I was like, yeah, let's get this. Because it's also going up in price. And one of the best expansions for a video game ever. And physically. You know, it's important to own everything. I kind of sad that Future Redeemed doesn't have an... Maybe one day there will be one. Maybe they're going to be like, oh, you know, let's make like a surprise. It won't happen. And obviously, there's still 2 games missing that you're probably going to wonder about. Oh, where are those games? You can probably already guess. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. My Tears of the Kingdom is still sealed, even though I played it on stream, because you saw my Switch in the background, right? And that's a release switch and the fan is broken. Like it overheats and can't play anything on it, so Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, bought Tears of the Kingdom. I'm playing on an emulator because I cannot play it on my Switch, and it's a little bit sad. But I don't want to buy a new Switch, or I don't want to send it for repairs because it's 60 bucks. But yes, like there's like so many games coming out. The Button Cardos remaster, the Raincoat game that's from the Danganronpa maker. I'm not interested in Pikmin. I'm maybe gonna do the same. But I'm a little bit unsure if I should, because with a game like Tears of the Kingdom, everyone wants to play it. Who the fuck is gonna want to play Danganronpa .408? Totally not Danganronpa on their emulator on day one. Like, you know. I maybe should try if I can get my Switch repaired. But obviously I will buy those games also physically, because Button Cardos needs it. Every time I talk about Monolith Soft, I tell people to freaking buy Button Cardos Remastered, so please do it. And the new Danganronpa game, hopefully it sells well too. But anyways, you know, that makes us at the end of our little journey for my collection. Even though I have still 2 Leckerbissen, like 2 snackies for you. Even though, you know, it's not really a snacky, it's obviously, you already know what, right? Like, I talked about those editions, but I haven't shown them yet. And now I'm just gonna show you these collections. First off, oh yeah, I kept hitting my microphone with my chair. Like, I was like very close to doing it again. This is the Xenoblade 1 Special Edition, you know, definitive collector set, coffret, collector, I think that's French. You can open. Okay, wait, I had to break, no, to break. I had to take a little break because I had to answer the door and everything. Obviously, there's like the one of the normal edition, and here's the steelbook. And then if you look into it, there's a vinyl. That's totally not how you say it. Vinyl. Like, I haven't unboxed it really, because I have not even a vinyl player. It's like inside here. Like, I don't want to move my webcam too much. You know, it's a Schallplatte in German. And then if you flap that one open, there's also a whole art book in here. But, you know, I don't want to take it out because it's like too much finicky stuff. Put this one on top again. And we put in the vinyl. I don't laugh at me, please. Sometimes I don't know how to pronounce certain words. And then that's the special edition of Xenoblade 1. Put the top on top again. It has a few mistakes here and there, but it's not like I'm gonna sell it. Since, well, those games have a special place in my heart. Like, I just really want to own them. Like, even if I somehow break them somehow, I won't mind, because I will never resell them. Then we obviously have the Xenoblade 2 one. You know, from one side we have Pyro's sword kinda, on the other side we have Mithras, you know, gold, Hikari, light in Japanese. And obviously Pyro is like red, because, you know, she's red at it. And what she uses fire. And then it's like a weird way to open it up, like you put it up and down, then there's the artbook, and that's basically it. There's also a little thing. There's like all the different logos of like the different titans on the back and the front. And you know, both battle editions were like 80 bucks. And for 80 bucks, you know, you can't expect like the best. But you know, it's kind of weird. The third one was like really bad because of the way they sold them in a way. Oh, look at that. I think that's where my figurine, like I ditched, or I shoved, I pushed, no wait, how do I say it? Like one of my not action figurines, one of my anime figurines kinda got pushed against it. And that's all the games I have. Like there's my Switch again, you know, stupid fan doesn't work. And that's all I can show. Like obviously I still have way more games, my Super Nintendo games, like Yoshi's Island, Terranigma, some PC games I still have. But overall, those are all the games I have in my room right now. And it's pretty windy. Jesus. You know, I hope you enjoyed the video, if you even watched all of it, because it's like 2 hours. The thing is, I could have talked way more, but I kind of kept it short. Even if I really loved the game, I could have literally talked about every game like an hour, and then, you know, this game and this video would never end. But, you know, I'm gonna get food soon, so if you liked the video, you can leave a like, a subscription, and I really need a shower too. And hopefully, I have to listen to some of this so I can see if the quality was good in the background. I will upload it anyways. I'm not gonna re-record 2 hours just to then hear freaking kids playing in the background. You have to live with that, and I have to live with it too. You know, I'm stinky.